All right, we're going into Mjadala, court of public opinion, and of course today we're speaking about Ugaidi, fighting terrorism through art, and there is a young gentleman who's going to be joining us, anaitwa Kevin Waigwa. Now he's a content creator and of course co-founder of this fantastic organization. He's a project manager of Epuka Ugaidi. Sema kweli Kevin. Unaona venye wana time watoi kufanya sexual things
bana,
na mapombe na manini nini. Kuna wengine wana time watoi, especially young boys, young girls, to recruit them into terrorism.
It's crazy bana.
So they've decided to use this talanta to make young people Epuka Ugaidi. And so I want to welcome Kevin Waigwa. Good morning. Wewe bana.
Kevo, zimeni radio bana.
Zima radio. Uko kwa radio unasikiza radio. Afiti sana. All right. All right, karibu sana kwenye show.
Kevin, you have to zima the radio, bro.
Can you hear us?
Kevin, we can't hear you.
Kevin, can you hear us? Unatusikia? Kevin, ongea tu tunakusikia. All right, we've got Kevin listening in from, with us. Karibu sana. So Kevin, Lenga Ugaidi na Talanta. How did this project come about?
Lenga Ugaidi na Talanta is a youth competition, targeting basically youth, watengeneze content against radicalization, terrorism, is violent extremism. Give it a blanket. That is the organized crimes on top. Basically, ilianza basically na a friend of mine, Godfrey. Godfrey was a journalist way back in 2014 when we witnessed a spate of attacks from groups like Al-Shabaab. Later unasikia watu wanarusha ma grenades kwa mat na kwa stadium. It was really a tough time for Kenya. And so Godfrey realized that there's lack of information, especially targeting the youth and telling them dangers about this type of crime. Kwa sababu it requires a lot of watu kurekutiwa, kuingizwa box, ndio alafu unapata mtu anadanganywa using religion aende commit heinous crimes kama zile za dusit. Unaona? So hii organization ya Epuka Ugaidi ndio sasa akaform, ilikuwa natoa information through social media. Alafu step by step in 2017 tukaanza the first short film competition. It called the Lenga Ugaidi na Talanta competition. So where we target now, as I said, target the youth to create content for other youth. Na imekuwa run for the last 4 years. Na tumeona some great feedback from the youth.
Now, let me ask you a question before we get into the break, and then we'll come back to discuss. Kevin, how do youth get enticed? Because, I mean, bado si niko na hii talanta yangu, lakini ugaidi ni kitu separate. How do I get enticed? If I'm listening in right now, and maybe there's someone who's trying to rope me into this thing na hata sijui. Mi niko tu nde sielewi. How do they entice youth to get into ugaidi?
Unajua kuga na factors kama tunaitaga pull and push factors. Kuna ile sasa, for instance, kama teenager na face rejection at home, from parents or guardians, and a self-esteem issues. So you get there's somebody who's lent a shoulder to lean on. So you ni amepuliwa. So unaona sasa hiyo what call the psychology of persuasion. They made you feel at home, they maybe gifted you things. Na saa ingine hata inakuwa, because some of these recruiters are very smart people. They look at some of the vices we exhibit. So kuna mtu maybe akona pride, mwingine akona lust. Kama kuna pride, unajua utadanganywa mambo niaje, wewe unapenda power, unapenda fire, kuna shoot. Unaona? Mwingine ni msem last food, so atakuja atatumia hiyo angle na kudanganya kwamba kuja na 72 virgins.
What?
Unaona?
Wow.
Yani last yako ni 72 virgins.
Unajua kuna hizo vices wanatumia sana monetary. So alafu kwanza the people they target the most are these high schoolers. This age of between 14 to 18 because that's a special bracket. Yeah. How ni wako bado adolescents. They're high energy, bado low IQ. You know, they really don't know much about the world. And along comes a guy who's very impressionable. Anakuja na ingiza boxer. Sasa hizo vitu kama hizo hiyo kwa entire summer. Alafu there's this other factor ya kuwa pushed where unapata kama kabudako alikuwa bad guy.
Yeah.
Alafu auliwe. Sasa huko na grudge against the state. Unataka join the other side ati ndo revenge.
Yeah.
Where kukuwa kana factors kama kuna pia defeat where we've had stories of our girls being lured kuna jobs za UN in Somalia only to end up there as jihadi brides.
Hebu nikuulize, Dema ametoka high school anaenda kufanya kazi ya UN Somalia. Ni kazi gani hiyo anaona kuna ya kuoffer?
Unajua of course yataingizwa box hata ambapo kwa nani ile kazi require ati masomo mingi.
All right, Kevin, we're going to take a short commercial break. I'd also love to hear from your friend who's seated right next to you. Remember, guys, you can watch this interview live on www.vibesradio.co.ke. We're speaking with the founders of Epuka Ugaidi.
Hey, mafacts baby.
Tuseme tu watu wanapenda vitu za
72 virgins.
Wewe acha 72 virgins.
Jesus.
Unatolewa Nairobi hapa. You're 14 years, 15.
Yeah, man.
Unaambia unaenda kufanya kazi ya UN Somalia.
My God.
Honestly. Hey, Epuka ufala. Yeah, I know you're loving the vibes. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, man. It's Kwambox and Kev. Yeah, man. That's a hashtag you could talk. Yeah, man. Ni ma vibes. Lakini hao Jamaica wanaweza maliza ngoma bila kuwa na makelele huko mwisho.
Ama guys ni hype energy for days.
Watu watajuaje wana record ngoma?
But speaking of record ngoma, tutakuwa na record video fulani hapa hivi. It's all about the Gwe challenge. Gwe. Utachiki vile sisi ni wazee hapa hivi, and we're hoping that you're going to join us on that challenge.
Yes.
Ujirecord pia utujoin kujibamba yani, you know?
I'm telling you. Yeah. Also that's coming up in the first song of the next hour. So jitayarishe, land the Gwe challenge ukisikiza ka interview hapa, because tukicheza ngoma tunataka kuna hizo video zenu za Gwe pali tu huko. Also, next hour.
Yes.
Hey. I don't think you are ready for this. We are going into Rhythm Wars, and today's battle is between Busy Signal and Vibes Cartel.
Noma sana.
Noma. I know you can already tell where we're going to be standing.
Yeah.
So mimi siwezi acha Busy ati kwa sababu Vibes amekam. Wewe achana na hizo zako, man. Cannot let it go. All right, so of course we're having a conversation right here.
Yeah, man.
Epuka Ugaidi. That's the project. And of course, we've got two gentlemen actually who are joining us. Kevin, introduce us to your friend. Mwenye umekana yeye, anaitwaje?
Anaitwa
Godfrey, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Nasikia ulikuwa journalist in 1900. Ni venye Kevin alisema.
Mimi
veteran.
Energy kidogo.
Karibu sana to the show. So Godfrey, initially we were speaking about Kevin alikuwa anatuambia ati ama youth wana recruitiwa. What are the biggest platforms of recruitment? Because I know their parents who are listening in right now na hajaifikiria mtoi wangu anaweza kuwa terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. Sasa actually the youth wako vulnerable sana into radicalization. Actually wako exposed.
Yeah.
And some of the platforms wanakuwa so much exposed to unaona vitu kitu kama social media. Actually that is one of the hotbed.
Yes, yeah.
Mahali upatikana. Especially on Facebook, IG, you know, and there is this urge of the youth wanataka kuwa na life poor and all that.
Yeah.
So there is this fact that they're being given such an opportunity. You know, like what is happening right now in a sexual, the way the youth are really engaging into sexual orgies and all that.
Yeah.
And some of these youth, they really want that life. And unfortunately, if you go on social media, most of the accounts on social media, call they're pseudo accounts, they're fake accounts.
Yeah.
So they'll come with all the goodies, you know, and all that. And I always say, I once tried that. I created an account.
Yes.
Nikaeka kasana kazuri na matako kubwa, you know. And you know, all of a sudden, I was getting all the friends from guys, and we can even meet me, give me money and all that.
Yeah.
So this means if I was a recruiter,
I had received more than 1,000 friends requests. If I only needed like 10 of them, Somali into Al-Shabaab and all that.
That is so crazy. Yani unataka kuniambia hii generation wanafuata tu rasa.
Wanapata tu rasa na kifuko kubwa, six pack and all that.
So hii kampuni yenu inafaa kuitwa Lenga Urasa kwa sababu na talanta.
Lenga Urasa.
Lenga Marasa na talanta.
No. We keep on trying to avoid Kulenga Ugaidi.
Yeah.
Through talent. That is the most important thing. So we're giving the youth a chance. But like for idol, we're showing them that bado kuna the other side. Unaweza tumia talent yako bado kupata pesa yenye unataka kuishi like poor, and all that. So there's a lot of recruitment on social media. So what we normally advise the youth. Please, if ukipata friend request, ukipata mtu amekuwa mzuri sana on social media, confine in someone, confine in your parent, confine in your guardian, in your teachers, and then most importantly for the parents.
But hold on. How is that practical? Someone I've seen this big booty. On the internet, right? And then this person has accepted my friend request and they're talking to me and they say they want to give me money. Then I'm like, Mom, kunai rasa on the internet. Teacher, kunai rasa, kuna customer. I don't see it happening.
Kunai rasa itakulipa pesa.
Yeah.
What you need to do, when the deal is too sweet. Unfortunately, just aftakange kuambia mtu unataka tu watu washtukie tu uko na do ushaomoka. But please, when the deal is too sweet,
it's too good to be true.
When it's too good, tafadhali, think twice.
And what about for the parents? How can a parent know that my kid ako anakana kuna ugaidi?
No, those are not some of the signs and symptoms, right? Normally kwanza kuna wale wanaanza withdraw, kuna mtu anataka kukaa peke yake. Ataki story mingi na watu. Then sometimes saying that Waislamu the terrorists.
Yes,
But if they're Christians, kitu kwanza anaweza convert. All of a sudden unaona he's no longer going to church, anaanza kuhang out na bishta yake Waislamu, and then kidogo anaanza kwenda into a mosque. Through that, it's one way ya kutaka kujua mtoto wangu anaendelea. You're not saying that Muslims are terrorists, but terrorists are using Islam as a religion to propagate their heinous acts, unajua. So either way, as parents, lazima pia tuwe careful watoto wetu, especially for the changes. And then we're always there. We'll give out our number. They can always reach on us so that we can advise them on what to do.
Let me ask you something, Godfrey. Through your initiative, you guys and your whole team, Epuka Ugaidi. So tell me exactly some of these art things that you teach the kids, these Matalanta things, and is there like a success rate that you're seeing? I can actually have control of my own life. Neza tumia my gift to better my life. Are you noticing success rates?
So far, we're heading for season 5 next year. Season 4 just concluded a few weeks ago. And we're focused, for the time being, you're focusing on film, music, and poetry, rather spoken word.
Okay.
And we have seen a lot of success in terms of we reach a lot of the youth. Vijana wengi sana wana participate. So far, we have reached, I think, more than 10,000 youth in terms of
Yeah. This is across the country, or have you done like across the country or just a couple of counties?
Now, surprise, we're actually regional.
So you're even outside of Kenya?
Yes.
That's impressive.
This year we went, the competition covered all the way to Djibouti. And we had a lot of submissions from there. But for the time being, we're focusing on Kenya. And we're getting submissions across the country. Trust me, Busia, Moyale. We're getting submissions from Isiolo, Garissa, Mombasa, everywhere.
All right, I gotta hold that thought. When we come back, we're gonna wrap up this conversation because there's so much more to discuss. Remember, Lenga Ugaidi na talanta. Kama kuna talanta na unajua wewe unakanika unaweza kurecruitiwa, this is definitely the thing for you. We're gonna tell you how you can be part of this competition and how you can register. Umesikia?
Yeah, man.
Wase wana recruitiwa na rasa. From Djibouti.
Oh my God.
Traffic on Vibes Radio. Brought to you by the Standard E-Paper. Get all your publications.
Doesn't work like that. Djibouti. Hey, where the booty is at.
I'm telling you. Unaona mtu wako amereservika. All of a sudden anaongeleshwa na kidiabs on the internet.
But unajua kitu na happen. You know the boy child is very visual. Sasa kicheki hapo hivyo profile picture maza iko na diab. Anasema ati how much again? Ni bookie ticket na kuja Somalia. Very dangerous.
Mimi ushinda nikiambia machali honestly. Ukiona when you see the booty is too juicy, it's fake. Huo ni chali. Ni vuki amekatua hapo anakukatia. But anyway, what do I know? Conversation we had in the previous hour about dating in the city of Nairobi. And so what happened? We asked guys.
Yeah.
We were talking about, you know, how when you can't date in Nairobi maze because utakuwa una date TV maze. Wase wako married lakini hawako. And Stano anasema juu Nairobi ni place utapatana na bibi yako akiwa na bwana yake. Tafakari hayo msikilizaji, kumbuka you're on Morning Vibes with your captain of good vibes. They call me Kwambox.
And they call me Kev Matara. Very good morning to you, Nairobi. We're about to have a conversation right now.
Of course, getting back into the conversation with Kevin.
Yeah, my guys were Epuka Ugaidi.
So Kevin, welcome back. And of course, akona Godfrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was about to say Godwin. Godfrey, karibu sana. Godfrey. Oh wow, I see you.
By the way, so my guys, before atashila aulizo question nyingine hapa hivi muhimu sana. I just want to know yani, I need to make it clear for me yani. Have you ever had a situation where through your initiative of course kulikuwa na watu walikuwa recruited into terrorism, alafu sasa waka denounce your terrorism.
Yeah,
wakawa join yani wakasema you know what?
I
don't want to be part of this thing, and especially if it was a Kenyan. Have you had an experience like that?
Yeah, we have had cases, especially in Mombasa, from zile video tulikuwa tumefanya and all that. The guys who, when you walizi watch, wakadisa actually they're on the verge of going to Somalia. But then waka change their mind, wakarudi. We had a talk with them in Changamwe, Mombasa.
Yeah.
And then we were working closely with them. Wali change badala ya kwenda wakaamua kuka around, and really we're in touch with them. So we have had success stories. Yes.
And you know, can someone be recruited and then you save them, and then because maybe wanaangalia wanasema ni afadhali niende tu hii maisha.
Offer yenu hainibambi.
No.
The thing is what we normally tell the youth.
Yeah.
Do you know whatever that these guys are telling you? Wakikwambia watakupatia do, unajua kitu wanakudanganya, watakupatia pesa, you know, and all that, and the 72 virgins. And I'm happy Kevin amesema vizuri hapo. Kevo amesema yeye hata virgin mmoja anamshinda 72 tawezana nao.
Yeah.
The thing is,
yeah.
But you will be given that money for a very short time. The thing unaendea kifo. At the end of the day wataenda kukua. If the girls, if you get into terrorism, if you join those groups, the thing is unaenda kukua sexual, inaitwa a slave.
So, yeah, sex slave.
Kama community wise.
Wow.
Hey. So many soldiers.
Oh my
like
God.
15 guys a day.
Yeah.
So that na ukichapo unazalishwa.
Jesus.
So that's the nothing that you normally tell them.
Yeah.
The truth is, hizo vitu mnaambiwa wasiji mtapewa and all that, but mnaendea kifo ama you're going to be a sex slave. So ni kwa nini you rather you hustle here kama una talent yako ya kuimba, kama unaweza rap, you know, you're a filmmaker. You rather use those talents other than kujoin terrorism. Terrorism, there is money, but a very short while. And then when you join, what they normally do, wanaekanga nyinyi wenye mmetoka Kenya mstari ya mbele time ya attack, so that you are killed first. Wasomalia hataenda into those fights.
Yeah.
But in terms of going for suicide missions, wanaekanga sisi wa Kenya mbele.
Wow.
Especially, I'm assuming Christian Kenyans. I'm a Kenyan
exactly.
Christian. Yeah.
Exactly. Because they'll tell you that they're fighting for religion and all that, but ulisikia wapi? Hakuna mambo religion hapo.
Ulisikia wapi?
Are going to die. That's a militia group.
So if there's I'm looking at a situation where kuna mtoi labda amesema so kuna kado. Unajua hapa Kenya mayouth tu wanataka tu kuomoka. So msana anasema mimi ndafanya tu 1 month hivi niomoke nitoke.
Ukishaingia
kuna
ukishaingia the only thing itakutoa ni kifo. Hawezi toka, so tusiingie, just avoid kuingia, tafadhali tusiingie ni
alafu pia tunatry ku advise mayouth wetu kuangalia vitu zenye wanaweza fanya zenye productive. Unaona, unajua lazima kuje Nairobi kutoka Ocha na hakuna form Nairobi, unaweza ukae huko ulikuwa saidi post covid, everyone is recovering. So enda lima, do something, be creative. Unaona, so it's also a message to encourage the youth that kuwa na ile formal mentality. Sio kila kitu ati biashara ukianza itaburuka kama ndege imeanza. Unajua things take time. Unaona, na hiyo patience, hiyo na kuwa na good virtues, a tolerance, patience na loving each other, because it's only love that can help us change society. Hatuwezi tumia the same violence sasa wanatumia ku counter hiyo violence. Lazima tutumie the language of love, tupenda watu wetu, be close to them, na to show the right way. That way we'll be able to prevent wase wetu kwenda huko na hata wenyewe kutusumbua. Hii teenage delinquency, we might stem it if we're able to approach our youth and guide them in the right direction, as opposed to just leaving them kwa TV wale. Unajua kila mtu
let me ask a question.
Sure.
This initiative, of course, came from the fact that Kenyan youth are being recruited, and by a large extent, African youth are being recruited using social media. Do we have any stats on just how many youth are being recruited, let's say, annually from Kenya?
Initially, there were a lot of the youth that were being recruited. But then we realized that there was that gap, especially in terms of information and the right narrative. Al-Shabaab, or rather the recruiters, wame occupy that space. So we really had to counter to counter them by giving out the right narrative to the youth that waambie ukweli. So right now imerudi chini sana because of the good work that especially the media and us we are doing to sensitize the youth. So saizi imerudi chini kidogo. If you look at the Kenya Counter-Terrorism national rather NCTC, the statistics zinaonyesha imerudi chini, but initially.
But do we have any numbers? Do we have any numbers, like say 200 or 1,000?
I wouldn't give a number. Yeah, but zimerudi chini. For now, I wouldn't say in terms of number.
Okay. Alafu, quick one. Which group is more vulnerable? Which age group mostly, and gender? Is it the dudes now, or the chicks?
The youth between, especially as Kevo had indicated earlier, the youth between are rather below 35 years. They're very vulnerable. But ile ilikuwa mbaya zaidi, kuna mtoto mpaka wa 7 years old alienda suicide mission. And my 7 years old, she went for a suicide mission. Na akalipuka na watoto wengine.
That's so crazy.
This is now in Nigeria, Boko Haram.
Yeah.
And the oldest Kevo, you won't believe this, was a 64-year-old man who was actually a former minister in Somalia.
No way. Yeah.
So that's crazy. So anybody is susceptible to this.
Everybody is susceptible, and mpaka kuna juzi kuna mother alikuwa kipofu. You can imagine.
Yeah.
She went and killed the mayor in Somalia. So
wow.
No one is there. Basically, no one is there.
So now
you are deformed.
Yeah. There are people who are listening to you right now and they're saying, okay, how do I join Lenga Ugaidi in Atalanta? How do I join this competition? All right. Did we lose them?
Yeah.
Munanisikia?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Godfrey, we can hear you. So what other ways, just speak, we can hear you. How can people register to Lenga Ugaidi Mtaani?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. How to register?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
How do you register to join a Lenga Ugaidi Mtaani?
Yeah. How do you join the competition for a young guy or a girl who's listening to us right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, if you are a youth below the age of 35.
Can you hear us? All right, I think we lost them. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll tell you how you can register for Lenga Ugaidi in Atalanta. All right, we are wrapping up a conversation. Of course, we're talking about kulenga ugaidi na talanta.
Nabonga na Kev na Godfrey, my guys were a very, very amazing initiative.
Yes.
My guys were Epuka Ugaidi.
Lenga ugaidi na talanta. And massive shout out to Kevin and Godfrey. As we wind up, of course, as we finish this hour, how can the youth who are listening in right now from all across the country join this fantastic initiative?
First of all, it must be a youth below 5 years of age. You create a content piece, be it music, poetry, or film. Na una adhere to hizi themes zetu za youth responsibility in countering radicalization, violent extremism, and terrorism, and also how to effectively and responsibly respond to terrorist attacks. So the video can be packaged in either animations, illustrations, or use of actors. And wanaweza submit through lengaugaidi@gmail.com G Drive or 0770886246. All this information iko kwa website yetu ya hiyo competition called inaitwa lengaugaidi.co.ke.
Okay. And you guys, are you on social media?
Yeah, we're on social media at Lenga Ugaidi on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
So they can be able to access the information there as well.
Yeah, or just a simple Google search. Lenga Ugaidi and Talanta, you'll get everything.
All right. I want to thank you. Yes.
One more thing, yeah. The prizes that we normally give them, tukona prizes. Galo, Number one, anapata 500,000.
Whoa.
Kenya shillings.
That's dope, guys.
I'm definitely entering the competition,
Alafu number 2 anapata 250. Number 3 anapata 100. That is enough for the first, second, and third position. Then other categories kuna best music, best film. Kama hata kuna sister yako mwenye ako 2 years old anaweza rap, anaweza fanya kitu. Anakula phone, anapata na hiyo phone ni yako.
You guys are doing a good job.
It is just a way of showing the youth that tunalipa na tusiingie kwa ugaidi.
I love it.
Najua mmemaliza. Okay.
We got to end it there. Thank you so much, Godfrey and Kevin. And we'll definitely be in touch with you, Sazle. Labda tumefika kwa finale. But thank you so much for calling and sharing with us this amazing. Mkumbuke kunifanya winner bana.
500,000
$500,000. I am definitely down for that. All right, there was a fantastic conversation on mjadala koto public opinion. Umepata kusikia bana lenga ugaidi. Na nishaambia mkiona mtu na Djibouti na amekukatia hapo mazena kuambia venye voke we ni mcute na unajua tu fitu ya we unakatwa na voke mwingine. Lenga ugaidi. Right about now we're getting into the next hour. It's 9 a.m.
Vibes Radio, we rule the nation in this generation.